Good morning, everybody. It's Kevin. Today is Thursday, the let's see, what is it? The 18th. Well, we're rolling right along with February. I hope you're good. I hope you're well. I hope you had a good Wednesday, hump day. Yeah, I hope all things in your life are really good today. Um, and you've got something to be grateful for, thankful for. Um, what am I grateful for? All kinds of things. Grateful I get to do this. Grateful that I had a good night's sleep and feel rested. I had a brilliant day yesterday with my best friend and her toddler. I don't know when they become toddlers. I think when they start to toddle, get up and wander around. It was delightful. It was delightful. What else can I say? The weather here in the southeast and the south really been pretty wretched lately. On top of everything else we are dealing with, seems like a lot of frustration, a lot of fraught energies, things not moving forward for many, things staying still for many, and the long, hard, cold, wet winter raging on. So, what do you do with all that? How do you cope with all that? What's the coping mechanism? Um, hmm. So, brings me to two cards today, and they're pretty appropriate for what we've got to do. And it is keeping it together. How do you keep it together, right? So here is the two cards I pulled. So these are angel cards, and the first card about composure talks about when there is present adversities, things that we would like to jump up, rage on about, get upset about, arguments, whatever that is, whatever's been festering, the cause and of the frustration makes us want to rise up and get angry. And I've certainly had a lot of that, especially when we are in a period of growth, which we're always in a period of growth. There are people that continue to learn and grow and change and manifest on every level. And there are folks that spend periods of time staying still, not doing a whole lot, and then big leaps of growth. I think it's good either way. I felt like if everybody was exactly the same and we all were changing and growing and moving and shifting as rapidly as we have been, it would be somewhat chaotic. So you want some stabilizing influence, folks who tend to just stay pretty much stable, or it seems like they're staying stable, sort of like that rock in a raging river, that no matter how fast the current goes, no matter how much power there is in that water, those rocks stay rigid. They don't move. They're just stoic. And that's what this first card on the left is talking about. Keep your composure. What you're doing, meditating, lifting the burdens of the world off your shoulders and going inward to find the answers, staying steady, staying peaceful, staying centered, is really what this is about right now. And the second card, I did ask if there was going to be a third. No, is the answer I got. And the second card is cut the cords. So I know from my own experience, when I'm in a growth pattern and I'm learning new things as I am now, there's an increase in some areas of my life, this time being more spiritual, which means cutting the cords on some other things. And that feels good, but it also creates that situation where you're letting go. And this is a time that if you're keeping your composure in this instance and you're staying somewhat non-reactive, that's the word that came up, then it's necessary for you to cut the binds, cut the cords, cut the negativity away to be less reactive to what you were before. That's what really growth is. The other part I would urge all of us to do, I'll include myself, is really stay in forgiveness. You know, the past is right where it is in the past, to be left there. We've done it, we've experienced it. Whether it was good or bad or indifferent, doesn't matter. Cut the cords to it, which is not as easy to do as it sounds like it is. Most people would love to say, you know what, I just left yesterday where it is. Done with it. Be able to pick up the phone and move on from it, from whatever disagreements, arguments, challenges. But then there's this habit that gets formed to where we get used to it, the comfort zone, the place of satisfaction. Let me just sit here, wallow in my woes without moving forward, without getting up and putting my one foot in front of the other and trying it on. So what would be a good exercise for you to maintain composure? Perfect. Get creative. And when I say get creative, if you don't draw and you'd like to, start doing that. If you don't crochet and you'd like to learn, start doing that. Choose something that challenges your creative side. That could even be writing, starting a journal. That could even be collecting something, poetry. Something that takes your mind, spirit, lifts it up, lightens it up, opens it up. You can still keep your composure. You're just opening yourself up to something new. You know, when they first locked everybody down last spring, I kept wondering, well, why is it that the craft stores are open? I mean, they were hardly essential. But then I was reminded that, yes, they are very essential. People need something to do. They need something to focus on other than being cooped up. And that might be where you keep your composure. The spirit wants to run free, wants to be outside, wants to just be around people. That's what the spirit wants. And we've been told to keep it together, stay away from each other, exercise social distancing. But now the new movement is those who are vaccinated, not vaccinated, those who will and those who won't. That's all political. You can have your own opinion about that. Doesn't make it right or wrong. That's a personal choice. You get to choose it. I'm trying to think, what would I choose? I would choose safety. I would choose trust. I am choosing safety. I am choosing trust. I'm choosing to trust in it, the process. Choosing to see this has possibly come along for a reason, that we're in this situation. Can't be global for no reason at all. That really would be silly. But there's some that might think that's delusional. I'm not really paying attention. I do like to look at all sides. That's keeping my composure. I do like to educate myself. I like people who have different opinions. Not because I think it's a challenge, but because I feel like I might learn something. I've not had any adverse reactions from people. At least they've not been open enough to say it. I'm not sure how I would react if somebody out and out said, I think what you're promoting is a load of shit. Excuse me. I'm not sure what I would say. I think I will probably keep my composure and think, okay, well, then you don't have to listen. And that's just the way it is. I've always felt that way. Don't like what you're hearing, don't like what you're reading, turn it off. Go in a different direction. Anyway, let's do our reading and then do our meditation. Ding, ding, ding. There you go. Done. I'm also thinking about having this mohawky thing cut off. I don't know. I can't see it. That's why I'm thinking, I don't even know if it looks any good back there, but I like all this going on up here. I think I like that tousled kind of unruly look, but this back here, I don't know if it's getting on my nerves. Of course, here we have the card of cut the cords, cut the hair, Kev. All right, let's see. Oh, look at this. I like these readings. I do love this book. I just do. I've not read any more of Melody Beattie's other stuff. I think she wrote Codependency No More. It comes a point in my life, at least, where I'm certainly up for personal growth. I'm certainly up for growth and learning and seeking and finding and sharing all I can. I'm a bit greedy that way, but there comes a point where I say to myself, oof, this again, okay. And when I know it's time to choose a different direction is when I use the word bored. Not that the material is boring, it's just that I have exhausted it within myself. So then two things happen. It's either time to share it and put my own spin on it or turn in a different direction. What I will say is when I've done that enough, when I've given up the fear of failure and the fear of getting it wrong and the fear of looking silly and the fear of being whatever that is, once I've given that up, when I did give that up, things were easier, clearer, cleaner, moved ahead more smoothly. There wasn't the resistance. Fear brings up a lot of stuff in people, anger, pointedness. And, sometimes you can meet fear, like the card said, cutting the cord. Sometimes you can meet fear in other people. They're coming at you, angry because you've got yourself together and they don't. It's not personal. It's just you represent something that they want and they see you as a problem because you have it. What do you do in that? Keep your composure and be okay with them. Put yourself in a position where you remember being like that. Find a way to line up. I believe, and I've heard it several times, that a good teacher meets their student right where they're at. They see their student where they're at. Well, how do you do that when they've a lot of students that are at different places? You'll find a way. You ask those that are where you're at to help those who are not, to see if you can all equally get there. That's what democracy does. That's what a community does. They step up. It's weird. We follow the general tone of what we're around. All right, so today's message, February 18th. Your body, mind, and soul are one. The body, mind, spirit, and emotions are more than just connected. They are one. To nurture the body is to nurture the mind, the spirit, and emotions. To nurture the spirit is to nurture your body, mind, and emotions. And so it goes. A continuous connection, a continuing whole. Do you feel fragmented? Have you drowned a part of yourself? Invite it back. Maybe you focused too heavily on one part and neglected the others. You can be a world-class athlete and still not be in touch with your soul. You can be skilled at dealing with any emotion that comes along and yet not see the delicate connection between the emotion and your conscious thoughts and beliefs. Or you may be so focused on tending to the needs of your spirit and your mind that you neglect your body, resent it, and think of it as a limitation. Tend to each aspect of the whole. Do things that nurture your spirit, perhaps spend time in prayer, meditation, or time with nature. Work on what you believe. Clarify the thoughts that run through your head. Nurture yourself emotionally. Let yourself heal from feelings of the past and do what you need to stay current and clear. Listen to your body and give it what it needs. It's not separate and apart. It's not a nuisance. It's a form of your spirit. It's a form your spirit has created to experience the gift of life. Find that place of balance in nurturing all parts of you. Then life will begin to be magical and you'll see what you believe. Your feelings won't be a bother. They'll fuel your life. They'll be like passion that adds color and zest to your life. Your body will lead you instinctively into what you want and away from what you dislike. And the longer you travel the journey to the heart, the more you'll discover and trust your soul. Start by becoming connected. If you love yourself and keep walking your path, soon you'll see how connected you are. That's beautiful. That is so beautiful. You know, I'll share this with you. There's been an undercurrent in my self for the last 9 months, maybe 9 months, where I haven't rolled out my yoga mat and got on it. And I went through a lot of emotions with it. I sat with shame, guilt. What am I doing? Why am I not doing it? Oh, all kinds of questions. Even to the questions of, do I not like it? Do I not want to do it? And then I quickly landed on, how else am I honoring my physical body? You know, my soul, my spirit, get nicely polished and cleaned up, and I've done a lot of work on that and the emotional side, holding space for people. But how am I honoring my body? You know, every time I think, well, I'm going to go on a long walk. Well, look outside. It's cold, wet, dreary, horrible. I started after the holidays, decided to feed it food it could use, that it wanted, fruits, vegetables, well-made things. And if I decided to give it a treat, like, I don't know, cake, ice cream, something like that, it wasn't the rubbishy stuff. It was the good stuff, the stuff that took some time and trouble to make and do. And then I began to appreciate that. Ooh, I like this. I like the way this tastes, and I like what this food is doing for me. That kind of thing. To honor my body, my physical body, I go outside and do work in the yard, landscaping. That gets me 2 ways. Gives rigorous hard work, plus being outside in nature, in the elements. I'm not saying I won't get my yoga mat out or practice. I like a self-practice. I like to honor the Warrior series, to amp up the heart rate and to just be in that strength, and honoring the more yin poses of laying, you know, in stretches and pulling, seeing what muscles and tendons and ligaments interconnect. Amy, what are you doing? Yoga? She's on the floor doing her yoga poses. All that to say, I've had noticed that what I thought yoga was now 15 years ago, can't remember, is certainly not what it is for me now. And that is moving through the growth, the cycles of growth, including graduating from the I'm right, they're wrong syndrome. When you realize something new and different and you grow, tendency is that ego kicks in and wants everybody else to have what you've got. Well, they're not where you are. Yeah, done. All right, time to meditate. Feet flat on the floor. I'm interested in your comments below on whether you think the prayer of protection and the angel prayer before we meditate is helpful and something that you are jiving with. I'm going to continue doing it. I'm just curious. Take a breath in, let all that out. Start with where you are physically, with your feet flat on the floor and your palms lifted towards your heart, to the roof, open. It's an openness. If you feel crumpled up from sleep or you're louching forward, pick your shoulders up and pull them back. Getting a nice, tall, open spine, an open chest, and an open upper back. So you can receive whatever love, whatever messages the meditation is going to bring you. Thank you, Archangel Michael, for cutting the ties, the unnecessary ties that bind us to people, places, situations, stories, drama, and anything else we no longer need and that no longer serves our purpose. And thank you for cutting them right now. I declare that I am safe and free. And so it is. I declare that I take the weight of the world off my shoulders. And so it is. Bring your hands onto your heart. I'm the keeper of my mind, my soul, my body. Wherever love, light are present, fear, darkness are strangers, and love, light, all good things are here within me. Allow your whole being to smile and lift. Now picture that golden light coming from source, way up, past the heavens. Allow this golden, beautiful light to come swirling down towards you, spiraling around you, moving through the crown of your head, down through every single bone in your back, emanating from the inside, your bone structure, all the way out past your skin and beyond. See, feel, and know that energy picking you up, lifting you up. We start the angel prayer. Angels, higher ones, guardians, thank you for reminding us of your presence and showing us who you are. Thank you for revealing what I need to know. I'm willing to listen and to receive and to be open to sharing. And so it is. Bring your body to a sense of peace. As you center your third eye center, bring your consciousness to the area between your forehead. Think of yourself perched on a mountaintop. Right at sunset. See over in your horizon the golden light of the sun. And towards the base of the sun, the deeper golds into tangerines, into that lovely glow of orange. And allow your view, your horizon, to form the patterns and colours of the blues and the pinks, and corals and violets, purples and indigos as it does. Imagine and breathe yourself lifted high above the earth and still connected to the earth. Allow the wash of the sun's energy and the golden light mixing with the healing energies of blue, the streaks of amber, the tinges of magenta pink, all forming perfect landscape and tapestry for you to see. Continue breathing. Cleansing your mind and your body and your soul. Know that every part of your physical, emotional body is healed. Listen for any messages. Be willing and open to receive and see everything that needs to be revealed to you. Sit quietly, peacefully, releasing and letting go of burdens of worry, burdens that you fret about. You can mentally or out loud give thanks that your guardian angels are taking these burdens away from you. With every breath in, use that breath for cleansing. With every breath out, cut the cords that attach you to the habits you no longer need. Stay peaceful and quiet in the serenity of your mountain of your mind. Allowing your whole system, your mind, your body, your spirit to be cleansed. When you feel complete with your breath and your vision and you've got your messages, bring your hands to prayer at heart center. Acknowledge the work that you do and the growth that you're showing. Know that everything that you are giving of yourself will be returned to you, magnetized, increased. Lift your thumb knuckles to your third eye center, honor the world, and together we bow and say Namaste. Thank you for joining me in that meditation. I appreciate you for tuning in and giving the support with your comments, just being here. Truly helps. And I wish you a great Thursday. If you're in the Carolinas or slightly north, or be careful today, be safe today. My nugget would be take a little bit more time, a little bit more care, be a bit more mindful of your surroundings, and see each other tomorrow. Bye.